What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are doing the Flash customs in Lego DC Supervillains. Now this is the Flash movie of 2023. And there will be spoilers for characters in this video. So if you don't want it spoiled, come back and watch the video after seeing the movie or seeing stuff about the movie. But you've been warned, there are a couple spoiler characters in here. But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. First up, we have Sasha Kaya's Supergirl. Now, for her, I gave her this black long hair piece with a custom superhero torso with a Superman logo. I gave her these red short sleeve arms with navy blue on the end of them. And I gave her, she's got like a tan, so I gave her some tan hands and a face. I gave her navy blue legs, and I gave her a blue and red cape with heat vision and flight. I really like the way this one came out, and I'm pretty happy about it. Next up, we have Ezra Miller's Flash. Well, the first one at least that shows up in this movie. For him, I gave him the Ezra Miller Flash Justice League helmet. And the Flash from the DC Supervillains game, I gave him that head and torso. I gave him Shazam's legs and just red arms with red gloves. I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out, and I think it looks pretty accurate to the character. Next up, we have Michael Keaton's Batman. See, if you want to get nuts, let's get nuts. I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out. For this, I used, I think it's Superman's head to get some like wrinkles and stuff in there. And I used the animated series Batman's helmet. I used the custom superhero torso for the yellow bat symbol and this gray belt. Because if you didn't know, in the movie, his belt is actually gray, unlike it is in the original 1989 movie. So, and then for the arms, I used prisms to get some detail on the arms there. It's a little hard to see, but it's cool. And then I gave him some black gloves with the Batman, the animated series legs, just to get a little bit more detail in there. And because, well, it's Batman, and that's just how he is. He has all that detail on him in this movie. Seeing Michael Keaton return as Batman is awesome, and almost every scene where these two are on screen together is amazing. And if you haven't, I would definitely watch those scenes. The movie itself is definitely interesting, but I'm not going to get too much into that now. I might later with a specific character. But I think this one looks really good, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Next up, spoiler alert, we have the main villain of the movie. Well, sort of. This guy is like kind of like pushing everyone to this. He's like kind of pushed to the side, but he's supposed to be the main villain. This is the Dark Flash. For him, I gave him Grid's legs and Cyborg's torso piece. I gave him this fur collar to represent the spikes that are like shooting out of his back. I gave him this like headpiece because of like how like damaged, like I gave him this like kind of like not even tan. It's like like a grayish, gray baggish color face, because like he's got dirt on him and everything, and he's really hard to see. And I gave him the Johnny Quick helmet piece to get all that detail on it and to change it up from the other one. I gave him these like claws on his hands too, and I gave him super speed and all the things that the speedsters have. This character actually turns out to be someone else who I'll talk about later on in the video. So if you don't want that spoiled, I'll tell you when it's about to be spoiled. So yeah, but yeah, I think this one came out pretty good, and I'm happy with how it looks. I think it looks really detailed. Now this next character, spoiler alert, is Barry Allen from Earth 2. Now you might be wondering, why does he have a Batman helmet? Because in the movie, his helmet is actually a cut-up 1989 Batman helmet, but I couldn't really cut the helmet because it's a video game, so I made him have the short ear ones, and I gave him the custom. This is actually supposed to be Barry Allen, yes. I gave him these like legs that have detail. They have like these knee pads on them, and I gave him these arms with like some yellow details on them. And then I gave him the custom superhero torso with a yellow Flash logo because once again, he is a Barry Allen and he is a Flash. This Flash actually turns out to be the Dark Flash in the Flash movie. Because later on in the movie, in the final battle, he keeps trying to go back in time and save everyone, and it's not working, and every time he gets hurt or damaged, and so every time he gets damaged, hurt, or changed, at the end of it all, he ends up looking like this. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. But next up, we have General Zod. Now, Zod is really only in the movie for fan service and because they didn't have an original plot because they threw the Flashpoint stuff out because they're idiots. But for this is basically just Man of Steel Zod, so I gave him Aqualad's torso with Rain's legs to get that Man of Steel type material. And then I gave him Cyborg's hip piece and General Zod's arms, go figure. I gave him these gray gloves and this swept back black hairpiece with this face that has like just like little beard at the bottom. And I gave him this fur collar because it's not supposed to be a fur collar, it's supposed to be one of those tech things that he wears because I couldn't find anything better to use. I gave him the ability of flight and I gave him heat vision. So just in case he doesn't like forklifts, you can destroy him. But I think this one came out pretty good, and I'm happy with how it looks. Next up, we have Iris West Allen. So she, sorry about that. So she's in the movie for like a collective 5 minutes. She's mainly there just to be Barry Allen's love interest, but I mean she's okay. I didn't care for her character that much in it, but I just gave her this like tan jacket with no gloves or anything, just normal hands. This kind of like put back hairpiece with some gray pants and black boots. It's pretty simple, but I think it works. Next up, we have Aquaman. Now, Aquaman actually shows up in the post-credit scene of this movie, and so I gave him this I gave him Billy Batson's torso to get like this coat that he has on, and I gave him Aquaman movie's head and hair with these jeans with this black and gray belt and no gloves. I actually really like the way this one came out, and I think it looks really accurate to how he looks in the movie. Next up, we have Henry Allen, aka Barry Allen's father. And now, for this, I gave him just the normal black hairpiece with a normal face, and I gave him this like light blue jacket that he kind of wears. This one's not too detailed because we don't really see him that much, and when we do see him, he's wearing stuff that you can't really get in this game. So I just gave him the civilian clothing wear, and I gave him the Captain Boomerang belt with some black legs and shoes. We're down to the last couple ones. Next up we have Nora Allen, Barry's mom. Similar to Henry Allen, she is barely in it, and the stuff that she wears is almost impossible to get in this game. So I gave her this gray kind of t-shirt that she kind of wears with short sleeves and black pants, and I gave her this kind of brown hairpiece that I think fits her pretty well, and I gave her the poison ivy headpiece because I think it actually looks really well. Now the scenes with Nora and Barry are actually a little emotional, so I'll give Andy Muschietti that, but at the same time the movie kind of sucks. So like you can't rely on Supergirl and Batman to carry a Flash movie. You actually have to do good on the movie. And especially because of one of our last characters that's gonna come up soon. People hated the movie. This one was kind of funny, but here we have George Clooney reprising his role as Bruce Wayne. This was actually pretty funny the first time I saw it, so I'll give it that. This I gave him this gray kind of hairpiece with gray beard. And then I gave him this Clark Kent torso piece with gray shoes and black pants and the vigilante belt. Throwing George Clooney in there because George Clooney played Batman all those years ago in the Batman, I think it was called Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. If you guys want to see customs for that, drop a like and subscribe down below and comment it. But I thought this was funny, but then the second time I watched it, I was like, man, that was kind of stupid. Why would they do that? But you know, movie companies are greedy, so they're gonna throw in as many cameos as they can just to get money. But we have one more custom left, and he's not actually in the movie, but if you think about it, he is. We have the one and only, the dastardly, Ezra Miller in his casual wear. Okay, I can't say that with a straight face. So, Ezra Miller is a very controversial actor. I'm not going to get into it. If you want to know, look it up. But basically, I gave him his black long hair and his headpiece, I think, fits him. And then I gave him this orange prison jumpsuit. So, yeah. But, you know, I'm not going to get too much into it because legal reasons and stuff I kind of can't say on YouTube. But I think that is all of our customs for the Flash movie. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe down below for more. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.